The news starts now.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Unfortunately, you're going to have to dodge the raindrops. It is going to be a wet one.
Yeah, there's already some rain in our area, and it's just going to keep raining over the weekend, David Paul.
I mean, it's not going to rain all of the time. It's going to rain a lot of the time, though.
Of the time.
And I'm glad they got the parade in Fort Bend County during the day today, because rain is now moving in. Cloudy skies, Marriott Woodlands weatherbug camera there. And you can see all the rain along the coast. It is moving inland. Those are thunderstorms out to the west. So Colorado County, Columbus getting some thunder, El Campo, Sealy. In the immediate Houston area, not so bad. Scattered showers building a little closer to the coast right now. Here's what I'm looking at. Off and on rain tonight. A rainy weekend. Yes, both Saturday and Sunday. And in fact, if you're counting, this will be the 5th weekend in a row with rain. I'll show you how much, when the heaviest rain is expected to come down, and 2 new systems to watch in the tropics. A lot to show you coming up.
All right, thank you, David Paul. And remember, you can check the weather in your neighborhood at any time by using the KHOU 11 app. Might work this weekend. We've got live radars available for you to track the oncoming rain.
It was another chaotic day in Washington as President Trump orders an FBI probe now of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. The president saying it must be limited in scope and last no longer than a week. His decision coming after Arizona Senator Jeff Flake asked for the probe during a Judiciary Committee meeting today.
I think it would be proper to delay the floor vote for up to, but not more than 1 week. In order to let the FBI continue to do an investigation limited in time and scope.
Flake reportedly huddled with Democrats as the committee sat in silence for nearly an hour before the scheduled vote. Earlier, he was confronted by protesters on an elevator begging him to reconsider his support for Kavanaugh. And the president once again weighing in on yesterday's extraordinary testimony.
I thought her testimony was very compelling, and she looks like a very fine woman to me. Brett's testimony, likewise, was really something that I haven't seen before. It was incredible.
When asked if he has thought about a replacement if Kavanaugh is not confirmed, the president responding, quote, not even a little bit. And then late this afternoon, Judge Kavanaugh releasing a statement in response to the FBI probe. He says, in part, I've done everything they have requested and will continue to cooperate.
A lot of people have a lot of questions about this confirmation process. It's been clouded by the political drama around it. And that's why Jessica Borg spoke with a University of Houston professor in Cyprus to break down how the process usually works.
Supreme Court nominations have always received lots of attention, in part because they can be controversial. Experts say since 1789, 30 nominees were ultimately not confirmed. This nomination and the process involved considered historic. After an emotional day of testimony,
I thought that Brett was accidentally going to kill me.
This has destroyed my family and my good name.
And fiery feedback from members of the Judiciary Committee.
I hope the American people can see through this sham.
The vote to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh is now delayed for an FBI investigation. But what happens after that?
Either he is confirmed or he is rejected, and that depends on basically 2, maybe 3 votes.
Dr. Scott Basinger is a political science professor at the University of Houston. He says a confirmation process in general goes like this. The Judiciary Committee, made up of 21 senators, holds a hearing at which a nominee testifies and answers their questions. The committee then votes whether to report the nomination to the full Senate with a positive, negative, or no recommendation. The full Senate, made up of 100 senators, then debates and votes on whether to give its consent.
My prediction is that it will be a strict party line vote, and that we'll see 51 Republicans, 49 Democrats. The vice president won't need to break the tie.
After consent, the president signs the nominee's so-called commission or formal document. The new judge then takes the oath of office. Judge Kavanaugh supporters want him confirmed in time for the start of the fall term. That's when the 8 current Supreme Court justices start hearing cases. Kavanaugh could be the deciding vote on several major rulings.
We count on the Supreme Court to set precedents for future cases, and a 4-4 decision, it's a tie. We don't know how to interpret those decisions.
One interesting note, even after being sworn in, even a Supreme Court justice can be impeached, though that's never happened. A judge can also choose to leave the bench, potentially decades after being appointed. In Cyprus, Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
And this contentious confirmation hearing echoes what happened 27 years ago when Anita Hill claimed she was sexually harassed by then nominee Clarence Thomas. Today, Hill was speaking at an event in Houston where she talked about her experience and shared her thoughts on the Kavanaugh situation. And David Gonzalez was there. David?
Hey, Len, yeah, it's been nearly 3 decades since Anita Hill testified before senators, but today she says that she is standing with Dr. Ford, and during today's event, Anita Hill did not shy away from speaking about the Kavanaugh hearings. She says that she admires Dr. Ford for speaking out and having the courage to testify about how terrified she was during that alleged attack. Hill did question how a female candidate for the Supreme Court would be treated if she expressed anger and aggression like Kavanaugh did. It's a double standard women at the event say happens every day.
There's an expectation about women. You can't be too bold, you can't be too emotional, you can't be angry, because people think that women are emotional and that takes us away from being able to do the things that matter.
I think it's a little different if you're a man. I think you can potentially have different behaviors and they're not attributed the same way.
Hill encourages people to get involved. More importantly, she says people can't allow culture where people are criticized for coming forward to continue. And Hill also credits the Me Too movement with changing the landscape as to how people talk about sexual assault. But when it comes to demanding change, she says there's still a long way to go. Reporting in downtown Houston, I'm David Gonzalez, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, David. The Kavanaugh hearings are striking a nerve with survivors of sexual assault, of course, here in Houston as well. The head of the Houston Area Women's Center said that the center took nearly twice as many calls on their sexual assault hotline yesterday as compared to a typical day. And over half of those callers specifically mentioned the hearings. The number of people helped by the National Sexual Assault Hotline also jumped 201% above average yesterday. Coming up at 6, we will hear from one local survivor and the benefit she thinks that these hearings could have.
And we would like to know what you think about all this. Do you support an FBI probe of nominee Brett Kavanaugh? Get your phone, go to the KHOU 11 app, or go to khou.com/vote now.
And the upcoming debate between Senator Ted Cruz and Representative Beto O'Rourke has been postponed. It had been planned for Sunday at the University of Houston. This delay comes as the U.S. Senate focuses on the confirmation process of Kavanaugh. Senator Cruz will be in Washington, D.C. for weekend votes. No new date has been announced, but we do know there is a final debate between Cruz and O'Rourke set for October the 16th.
A debate between Governor Greg Abbott and his challenger Lupe Valdez will go on as planned. That's happening tonight in Austin. It'll take place at the Lyndon B. Johnson Presidential Library at the University of Texas. It starts at 7 p.m. This will be their first and only debate.
And developing now, more than 20 students are being rushed to the hospital after being exposed to an unknown substance as the students were walking through a corn maze. The students attend Salem Lutheran School in Tomball. We're told they began breaking out in rashes and hives. We do know that one student was rushed to the hospital by EMS, that a bus will be transporting the rest of the students. Coming up at 5 o'clock.